Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of how to hone your speaker skills. Be a better speaker. The last few weeks we've been talking about stories, haven't we? And particularly the stories last week that we were talking about were the ones that you tell yourself, the ones between your ears. What are you telling yourself? Good question. Well, cast your mind back. I want to take you back to the end of last year, beginning of this year. Did you set yourself a resolution, an intention, a goal for this year to write a book? Did you now? Were you enthusiastic about the fact that you've got all this knowledge and people keep telling you, oh, you've got to write a book, you've got to write a book. And you got all enthusiastic and you went, yes, I'm going to write this book. I'm going to ask you, how far have you got? If you've published, yes, go you. Pat on the back. If you haven't, maybe you've started it, but, well, I've got in the way. Always does, doesn't it? Maybe you've started it, but you've ground to a halt. You've come up against that writer's block. I'm going to ask you, now what are you telling yourself? What's the story in there now? Oh, I can't do it. Maybe it wasn't the right thing for me. Maybe it wasn't the right time. And there could be various other variations on that theme, reasons behind the fact that you haven't completed the book. I'm not saying this to guilt you. I'm showing you that, again, it's back to those internal scripts. It's back to the stories we're telling ourselves. You, the hero, the fact that you set yourself a task. The conflict is that you haven't completed it and you're telling yourself all sorts of critical things. Because if you stop long enough to go, I haven't done it, and you're honest enough to take that step back and go, I haven't completed it, that can be when, as a good friend of mine says, the itty bitty shitty committee gets working. And then you feel really bad about it, and you fall into a tailspin, and there's even less likelihood of you completing the book before the end of the year, which is when you promised yourself you would do it. Where's this leading, Wendy? Good question. Well, if you did set yourself an intention to write that book this year and you haven't finished it, I've got an opportunity for you to change, to flip the script that you have been working on for the last few weeks, months maybe, and let's get this baby done. I'm offering an opportunity for 4 people, for 4 calls, to get 4 chapters written and finish the book before the end of the year. In this small group, the opportunity is that you will write a chapter a week. You will submit it. We'll all have a read of it. We'll all give you feedback. Does it follow the arc of your story? Does it make sense? And then you've got 4 reviews ready to roll. So at the end of the year, you can really pat yourself on the back because you have a manuscript ready to roll in 2025. Because you may have said at the beginning of the year you were going to write a book. You didn't necessarily say you were going to publish it in the same year. You still managed to succeed at that bit. So how about it? Let's flip the script. Change that to I have completed the book before we hit the bells at New Year. Does that sound something that would appeal to you? Because if it is, let's change that script. Let's get together, have a call, 4 of us all together, 4 people plus me, and let's get it finished. If this is something that interests you, message me. We'll do it. I'm going to send the information out to other people as well. So don't hang around. That's all I'm saying. Because remember, there's only 4 places. Let's get the book written, and then we can go from page to stage. Got it? I'm excited. I'm excited for the end of the year where you can really give yourself that tremendous pat on the back. You ready? I'll see you later. Bye from